Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome to the first real day of 2025. Trump has been elected for what, 3 days now? Um, let's just dive into it, man. Today's gonna have be a two-part video. One's gonna be about the events a couple days ago with the real estate developer, black real estate developer that had a terrorist hate crime setup artist barbecue Becky type Karen try to set him up to basically be killed. We ain't even gonna sugarcoat this shit. Um, and is now doing a fake ass punk ass apology because her setup didn't set up right. Uh, so now we want hate crime charges. We don't give a damn about no apology. Your ass need to be you need to get eminent domain for your house, and you need to lose your businesses. We ain't playing these games because you wanted me to die. We ain't playing no. Oh, you should have. What? You do not tell. We don't negotiate with terrorists. Ain't that the U.S. policy? That's our policy too. You're a terrorist. You're coming on my property. You're lucky that you didn't get shot. We don't even know you, and he would be in his right to bang on you, to defend himself. We don't know what you're on, and from what we see you on, you're trying to get him killed. You're not even on his own street. You're two streets over, terrorizing somebody. That is a terroristic act, and your ass need to be punished for that to the fullest extent of the law, charged and convicted to the maximum law of a hate crime. And once that's done, let that set the example for the next Karen or Ken or Brad or Becky that tries to be a setup or outright tries to kill a black male, which is the number one target, a black female, or a black child, which is always the target as well. So I just had to say that real quick before I get into the um, main topic at hand. And the main topic at hand is Trump. Trump has now seized power. Let me preface this by first saying I am not a Democrat as is in power right now or was in power right now. I don't believe in multiculturalism as is in power right now. I don't believe in um, this the whole agenda. Agenda's meant to give everybody else rights over black people, to elevate everybody else above them. And then if anything happens from all these other people, they're allowed to skate free when they abuse and harm and disrespect black people. I'm against the Democratic Party. I am not a fan of the left. I'm not a fan of the right. I am what you would call somebody who is in the business of righteousness. So I believe in the FDR New Deal state. I believe in the Economic Bill of Rights. I believe in the MLK getting our own check. Great Society of LBJ, the American System of Economics, which means National Bank, um, infrastructure projects, and a tariff to protect brand new industry. That's what the tariff is for, by the way, not just to punish foreign countries and raise prices for goods that we need. It only works if you have your own goods independently that you're domestically producing that will then offset because those prices will be higher than the price that you will have for your domestic product. So people will buy your product over buy the foreign competitor's product. So that's just a little nugget for y'all. Since Trump knows nothing about the American system of economics, clearly he knows nothing about the FDR system and the Lincoln and the Henry Clay and all of that. He knows nothing. He's a fool. But I digress. Okay, so I told you about the fake left wing Obama multicultural anti-black how can we call it, British Lord Palmerston human zoo way of running things, which is what the left did, just having a bunch of little subgroups to do the bidding for white supremacy while then maintaining the white supremacy over the subgroup. So you had black people on the bottom You had the subgroups, aka the buffer class groups, a million of them. Then you had the traditional white group above, and then of course the oligarchy above the traditional white group. And since it's very funny, it's actually crazy since the rank and file of white people are starting to get hit because of this, because the ruling class doesn't care. Remember, the ruling class is against the poor, against black people, against anybody who was in their class, and they fight within their own class. So, in this continued infighting and all of this other stuff, they will do things to offset. So they then imported what? They imported foreigners to undercut white jobs. So a lot of white people started getting hit by their own white supremacy, which is just funny. When evil fights evil, the good can benefit, and but you accepting evil allows evil to fall upon you. That's the bad thing about being a white supremacist or being a do boy for white supremacy, because you don't get to skirt. You don't get to just run off into the sunset. Your ass get screwed over eventually, and that's what's been happening. And so now, it's crazy. Now they're destroying their own system. So now, for a while, you had the Lord Palmerston British way of ruling it through the left wing, um, and now the right wingers, the rank and file, have been getting hit. So now they're countering that, and they're basically destroying their buffer class. It's insane. It's crazy. They destroyed their own buffer class. So now that's basically gonna pole us up, because you know we're gonna get back in our traditional economic position, because now there's no buffers to give the resources to, um, and it's gonna elevate us closer to the regular everyday white people. And the last time that happened, the last time that happened, and the last time that happened, and they still were on the racist shit they were on right now. We had the civil rights era booming and us gaining in momentum. That's why the ruling class created the system that they created in the first place, which is just an offshoot of the British system. So, so now we're getting right back to where it all began. Basically, basically that's what it boils down to. And what's even crazier is, at the same time, the ruling class is further attacking its rank and file white people, because they're trying to destroy education. So only the wealthy, like in the Dark Ages and medieval times, were allowed to be educated. So it's a bunch of things happening at once, and then at the same time, see how it's a bunch of things happening at the same time. There's a new ruling class ascending as well, calling themselves technocrats. So, and the technocrats are using technology to make it seem like things are progressing, while they take away your standard of living. Like, oh, look, we got robots. Look, cars can fly. Hey, food is $88 just for the day. Oh, your water? You have to pay to drink water. Water costs 3 billion units, and your blood. You know what I'm saying, boy? And they think they slick. That's why. Notice the media. Nobody's talked about it. Trump just passed the executive order giving 500 billion, half a trillion to AI. Notice the right wingers weren't up in arms. Remember, the immigrants were used to replace the union waged high skill um, economy that we had under FDR, which was uh, gave a huge middle class standard of living and all of that. There, where the rank and file are upset, the ruling class still don't want to pay nobody for real. So what's their next move? Robots. They're going to try to replace humans with robots, which has been the play. And now they can do it now, and now they're fully online now. You know what I'm saying? So it's everything's lining up. How come, if we can put it like that, everything is lining up. Yeah, everything's lining up, man. The way they want it to be lined up too. So hey, We got things happening right now. We got things happening. So now for my main reason for the fact of me making this video, talk about the Trump administration. Talk about the next 4 years within the Trump administration. Talk about what will be the fate of the Democratic Party and what can the people specifically, my God, specifically black people do, and people of goodwill who are on code, quote unquote. And by black people, I mean foundational black Americans and others who are on code, but mainly talking about black people, do to counteract all of this. So I'm gonna start with the Trump administration. So Trump's thing is get rid of the buffers, and create this, what can we call it? White ethno state of the quote unquote golden ages, quote unquote, which is just Jim Crow and other tier and a mixture of totalitarian China with technological advancement by the technocrats and making it a merging of past and future, but really another means of control and suppression and oppression for the masses of the people while they think they're getting something better. So you heard it in his first speech when it comes to black people. Law and order. That means national stop and frisk. That means police tyranny and advancing that. That means a lot more lawlessness and injustice when it comes to black people, black men and black women and the kids, especially the kids. That's all they want to target now is the kids, because they know the kids are the ones with the rebellious spirit, the ones who are the most to say no. You know what I'm saying? Say nah, that ain't cool. You know, a lot of the adults then packed it in and put their head down. You know what I'm saying? Then assimilated. So now they try to target the kids, as they've been doing, and the teens and all of that. So that's the next play, of course, and we need to counteract that. And of course, geopolitical things with China and Russia, um, domestic things as well. Like I said, this new white ethno state um, of overt white supremacy, and we need to call this shit out and counter it, man, and counter it on all fronts. And so, what does that mean for the Democratic Party? The Democratic Party, in effect, is smashed. They refuse to do anything for the base of their party, which is black people. They don't want to help them. They are there to play a 3 car Monty. Like, hey, look, hey, it's under here. Oh, gotcha. Nope, gotta give us more money. Nope, we'll do it the next time. Nope, we'll do it the next time. Nope. Oh. Meanwhile, they had it. They had the rock and the pebble under their sleeve the whole time. They were never gonna give you what they wanted to give you. It was just to stall out. So now that what they wanted to do is now backfiring, all the stuff that they were doing to further oppress in a different form is now being pulled back. That leaves their whole wave ostracized and gone and obsolete. So, what does that mean for a whole vast group of people, black and white, those of really the masses, the working class people, middle class, poor? What does that mean for them? Um, that means now is the time for a new party. Now is the time to replace the Democratic Party with a foundational black American party that will not only give reparations to black people and a protection to end the black genocide campaign and stop all this tyranny and terrorism against black people by rank and file civilian whites and military whites and police state terror, totalitarianism, or the robots or whatever else they're going to be cooking up in the lab, and all forms of the reality that's bent and systematic as well, but also economic justice for the entire nation, the Economic Bill of Rights, universal income, full set economy, social safety nets, um, medical care, free education, free trades being put back in the high schools, like just the whole apparatus, man. Putting out all of the truths when it comes to medical things, curing diseases, bringing back the herbs and the whole Dr. Sebi method, and then some, and making that mainstream. That's what we need. That's the next thing going forward. What does the Trump administration represent? It represents austerity. It represents overt oligarchy, overt white supremacy in your face of what they're doing. It's not gonna be it might be to some, but it's clear. It's clear. It's clear. So it's up to us to call it out and defeat it by winning offices, by taking over, and by a system of mayat and justice. And what is justice? The reward for good and the punishment for evil. So that's what needs to be done. And when I talk about austerity, what do I mean by that? Them going after Social Security, them going after disability, them going after Medicaid and Medicare, them going after the elderly, going after food stamps. Of course, the Republicans been wanted that shit, boy. They've been trying to get the food stamps, trying to get the rest of those entitlements, and they're not entitlements, guys. They're the economic rights of the people. Just like we have a Bill of Rights, where we have the right to speech, right to assembly, right to bear arms, right to not be persecuted, the whole nine, right? Not the right to not have cruel and unusual punishment. Where there was an economic bill of rights that was going to be enacted by FDR, and then was going to be continued under MLK and LBJ, but these were stopped, and JFK, but these were stopped. Of course, because the ruling class wants to control, and if you have everything you need, like a right to a house, a right to a car, transportation, luxury, income, and you're not bogged down by useless control means of working, then you could just live life. You're free. You can go explore and search the highest heights, just transform. You know what I mean? You don't have, and they don't want that. They don't want that because they want to be able to control. And if they are in control, then they don't have. There's no more ruling class. They won't be in power. The people will be in power, and we'll just live as we need to, as God intended, heaven on earth, cooperating, living in that meiotic world that should have already been here. And it's nothing new. It's nothing that I haven't said. It's just new details, a new piece on the board, a new way of maneuvering now. But it's good that we know what it is. Now, can we get off our ass and start making moves? That's the next play. Start getting inventory. Start creating parties. Start running candidates. Winning offices. Winning seats. Protecting our people. Not allowing tyranny to just move without us standing up and calling it out and fighting against it in defense, self-defense. Like, and by us winning seats, not just being a senator or House Representative member or mayor, but judges, us elevating our education and our status, becoming police officers, firefighters, lawyers, doctors. We need us to be at every rung of the society and to be on code in said rung of the society, and us to be organized. Because we need to be organized. We don't need to be an unruly mob. We need to be have that shit structured, and it's not inevitable. Oh my God, everything you build organization and a leader, you get to explode it. It only happens if we can't protect it, and we can't protect ourselves. We just have to be strategic. So, I mean, they're like that. And we'll just go from there. So, and everything I'm saying, go look it up. Go look up the Economic Bill of Rights. Go look up universal income. Go look up, of course, reparations. Oh yeah, and just one more thing when it comes to reparations. Reparations will be cash payments and a full set economy. So it's not, oh my God, is it going to be land? Is it going to be a car? Are we going to get an apology? Is it going to be education? Is it going to be in the form of whatever, a house? Is it going to be us being able to play on the beach every weekend? It's everything. So money, I say 200 trillion to start. Um, this is a starting block because we're like 50 billion strong. So if you just give us, that's around, yeah, because that will be upwards of 20 to 50 million per person, which is not even, you can't quantify exactly what we did for the longest amount of time of what we did. You could quantify it, but then it will be wealth on top of it because this is a starting payment because the wealth we created was intergenerational and it continued. It never ended. It helped to flourish the whole entire nation and companies, bankings that are the heads of all of these major industries around the world, and helped to also facilitate other nations uplift too, like China and shit like that. China's rise came because the U.S. decided to deindustrialize and ship it over there, but those industries were created by us. So it's just it's a lot, but we'll start at 200 trillion, and then and on top of that, so it will be a full set economy. So everything we need will be part of the reparation on top of the cash payment. So if we need to, so cars, manufacturing the cars, the full set economy, houses, the products to build our own house, like everything will be under our domain, basically. If that makes sense. And that will be the reparations. So then we don't need anything from anybody else. And that also means having our own policing and self defense force as well. So that as soon as we get the money, we won't have crazy assholes talking about, yeah, we're going to shoot you and all that without us being like, oh yeah, it's time to deploy our policing force. No, you're not. And you're going to get your ass arrested for doing that and charged and punished to the fullest extent of the law. So that's really what it is. So, and that includes the land, that includes farming land, fertile land, all of that. That includes that too. Grocery stores, this, like I said, the full set economy for a reality. Power plants, water systems, all of it, all of everything that we need for our own salvation, shipping, ports, the entire apparatus. So that's what that is. So I'm gonna end it off like that. Like, share, subscribe, and get ready for more videos, especially in this era right now. Because now's the time to stand up, not sit down and be quiet and be scared and act like a little bitch and try to run under. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Before I end off, I gotta talk about that fuck boy Coon uh, on MLK Day doing all that disrespectful freedom, all of that disrespecting kings by doing all this performative bullshit. That was ridiculous, man. And you had all of these uh, right wing techno dorks and uh, losers, Trump's battalion and shit, being all laughing in his face, mocking us, mocking Martin Luther King's legacy and stuff. That was that was disrespectful beyond disrespect, man. And that's bullshit. And then the fact that he talked about Martin Luther, I'm living Martin Luther's dream. Martin Luther King's dream is not your dream, bro. Martin Luther King was not co-signing no oligarchy, no what is it? Tenocracy, no technocratic, aristocratic, plutocratic banking cartel quandrum that y'all trying to set up. And he damn sure wasn't for no buck dancing, ass kissing white supremacy, boy. Fuck that. And fuck you, dude. For real. That's just what we gonna take it as. We not finna play games with this. This is, you guys want to like just keep it plain. Let's just talk play. Y'all want to eliminate us. Y'all don't like black people. Y'all hate the fact that whatever our genetic greatness and our moral, just the whole thing, the ISIS papers, just the whole nine, whatever. I don't really don't even care what it is, but you damn sure are not gonna be able to just outright do whatever you want to do. You're not. You're not, bro. You're not. We got something higher than you on our side. Sure, you may have the techno geeks cooking up something in the lab. I'm bionic now. I'm in Elysium. You know what I'm saying, or whatever, to turn yourself into Astro Boy. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. I don't even care. I don't even care. I don't. Or get you a Terminator robot or whatever, a robot doll to attack black people as testing subjects, whatever. That shit. I don't care. I don't care. Karma and justice wins, bro. And that's just what it is. And I just gotta say it because I'm tired. You're tired, I'm tired. I don't want to pretend, you don't want to pretend. And I think we are going to win. No matter what it looks like out there right now, I know we're gonna win. And I'm happy for our win, man. I'm calling it right now. I'm happy for our win. I'm calling the win right now. I'm calling my shot. Like game time. Swish. I'm calling my three before I even shoot the shot. For real. Because we are endowed by a higher power and something higher than you guys have. It's just simple. Because we want to create a system like this. We would already make sure that the homeless are taken care of, the needy are taken care of, the old, the sick, the discriminated against, the marginalized, unjustly, of course. And those that want to transform and want a better life for themselves, we get it. We would already do it. Meanwhile, y'all are just sitting back. I have 80 trillion and I'm better than you and you suck because whatever. And doing Nazi salutes and all that. Y'all look corny. You know what I'm saying? Y'all look goofy. Y'all not cool. Y'all whack, bro. That shit not cool. Ain't me racist. I hate niggers. Y'all not cool, bro. Y'all corny. Y'all lame. That shit cornballish. You look like a joke. I'm like, and you sit behind all of that false bravado, man. And we see right through it. Those who know, man. We see right through it, man. And that really don't matter. It doesn't. Because in the end, when things stand off and everything is, and the dust has settled, did you do your mission? That's what it really comes down to. Did you stand up? Did you tap into your calling and really do what needed to be done at the moment it needed to be done in? And right now, I think I'm tapping into that. Right now, it's time for y'all to tap into that. Time for y'all to think higher of yourselves, wherever you are in your life, whatever regrets you may have, whatever dreams weren't fulfilled. Make new ones. Or continue the ones that you didn't do yet. You still got time. Or make new ones if you feel like those ones weren't it. And when it comes to fighting against injustice and fighting against evil, now is always the time. And now is the time to speak out more, stand up more, and win. That's really what it comes down to, man. And I'm gonna end it off like that. I just had to speak on that King junk. That King stuff was just ugh, that was an abomination. And Trump trying to invoke King, how dare you, man? You're nothing but a racist bigot, bruh. And a punk, dude. That goes to you, Trump. You ain't nothing but a punk. And we not cool with y'all, just like we not cool with the Democrats. And for y'all black people who keep trying to run under one slave master over another, run from one wolf to another, just be honest. You ain't living no radical life, or you ain't trying to stop uh, anti-immigration or whatever, bro. Just keep it a bean. You're scared. Just be honest. You are scared. You're scared that the right wingers are gonna shoot and kill you, bro. Let's just be real. But now is not the time to be fearful. Now is the time to stand up. You cannot bow down to evil because, like I said earlier, once you accept evil, evil falls upon you. We cannot accept evil at all. Is it? How can we say? Is it? Have you have that funny feeling inside? Does your heart pump? Do you feel like, oh shit, like I'm powerless? It's time to be able to power through that. Power through that fear. Elevate yourself beyond the fear state. Because that shit ain't right. So I'm gonna just end it off like that. What is right is for us to jettison ourselves from both political parties, the Democrats, the Fox, the Republicans, the outright overt wolves, and to create our own independent party, the Foundational Black American Party, the Reparations Party, the Economic Justice Party, the Mayatic Party. That's what we on, the Heaven Party. So it's time. And let's end it off like that. So like, share, subscribe, and thank you for watching.